You won't hear the other one.
17
I know.
new subscriptions to GAS, that's huge.
We'll just put this over, so it's still keep this bag separate, so I'll still put this in there.
Okay.
I'm glad everybody is here for it for mine, so. This is usually the one Kevin did.
Over the 14? Okay.
Ready to rock?
Yeah, and that's something Department of Revenue does not send out a letter.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
more.
Well, there's some bitches that send out a letter if you.
If you were in violation?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're protecting themselves, aren't they?
This one else is in the second. The number was super smaller on this one.
Yeah.
That's all about.
There's some lady, what?
You wanna check my thumb on the way out?
Check your red sound, yes.
Yeah.
The both of them turned on. I had to go stand out in the heat all morning. I gotta get to a 4-H achievement days.
Oh, that's
She'll
good.
take pictures.
Yeah,
That's why
water.
she's taking, oh, they have water, I'll buy water from them, yeah. It's,
Can't you just give them the disposable camera and tell them to take their own pictures?
yeah, I wish. But we do an insert, 4-H achievement day
Oh, sure, yeah.
insert, so we gotta take all our.
That's gonna be a miserable day.
So I have to go there, that's why, she's here and I'm going.
I got one.
I just said, I'll be here.
Don Tiffany.
Dylan,
Morning.
didn't call me.
Oh, you did? Very nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I got
Love
it.
that one. Very nice. I told him, we're not that big. I think we're on the same side, it's just a reactionary. I think you got the other guy, coach.
They want us to make a political statement on their behalf, basically, as I look at it.
What time is it?
It is 9 bells.
So I'll be printing up some stuff and keep those for the cannabis workings. Leave it on your desk.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any additions or corrections to the minutes of the July 21st meeting?
And Faye did not have anything either.
Alrighty. Motion by Carlson to approve and today's agenda along with the minutes. Second by Zentral. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Public comment from anyone?
It's been awful hot out.
Your thermostat is working well. Guess I've got something for Pat when he gets here, but other than that, Dylan will go ahead and take you.
I guess there's positives of being here right now. So I had some statistics to explain my budget request prepared for this morning, but I was informed that'll be next week or the week after, so I'll just
Okay.
wait on that. Because you guys just got them today. So I'll be bringing that in. Do you want it next week? Do you want it the week after?
I think we're going to review the provisional budget next week. Is that what the plan is, Dawn?
But if you would like Dylan to kind of explain his next week, maybe?
Yeah, after we get a chance to review it. Next week would be fine, yeah.
Okay. I apologize for not stopping in last week. It was a very busy morning trying to get out of court. So
Not a big deal, Bill.
thankfully, stayed late yesterday to get all the stuff ready for this morning, so I couldn't make it this week. I got a copy of the resolution from Dawn for concerning the KIP. Hope everybody's happy that that's taken care of now.
We are.
The voucher will go through today, so they will get their check then.
Okay.
I know Tim
There
said,
it is.
Tim said he's the calls from the township, and I did send the resolution and a copy of that agreement down to Nancy Kimmel from Lake Township. And kind of, you know, she's kind of the mainstay there, so.
They did it in the township things, they need gravel, to go to graphs, is that right?
That's between them, that doesn't involve us whatsoever, that's between them.
So even when they call you anymore, I mean, the proper response is we have nothing to do with it, right? That's over.
That is between the developer and the township. Apart from that, I don't think I have anything else this morning unless you guys have questions for me. It's a very busy year this year.
Is it backed up because of the COVID? You have a lot of trial stuff or just,
Even if I didn't have the COVID backlog,
it's just crazy?
It's nuts this year. The biggest case number I have on the docket this morning for class 1 misdemeanors and higher is case number 559
Just for the year then? So
for 2021. That's not including any of the old stuff. And for reference, case file 559 in the last 6 years. In 2020, it was filed on November 10th. In 2019, it was filed on September 17th. 18 was September 24th. 17 was August 29th. 16 was October 11th. And 15 was November 4th. Yeah.
Is there a certain part of the county that's really wild, or all over the county?
I would say 70 to 80% of my cases come from Beaver and North. Beaver and North of the county.
Oh,
I don't get a lot from the southern part of the county.
I don't dare, I've got it living pretty close to me, so I get a little close.
We're scheduled to tour the jail today. Is there any concerns or anything that we need to be aware of when we make that tour out there? From your perspective at all?
No, I've had minimal issues with anything out of the jail. If there's been anything, it's been very minor and been corrected immediately, so I haven't had any issues out there. And Tyler and I have a very good working relationship, so that helps save the change.
Good.
But if you guys don't have anything else, I will see you next week then.
Sounds good. Dylan.
All right, thanks, Dylan.
Thanks a lot. You guys have a good year. Here's your pen back, Tim.
He stole it from your office yesterday, so.
What time are you going to the jail today?
As soon as we get all of our business done,
Okay, all right.
so hopefully that'll be, what is that, 11-ish?
I don't know if you were aware of it, but to you see where Grant County now is, I think they're voting today on it, right? The water permits.
What happened was, they had done an ordinance.
Like we did.
And they tied in their drainage with their FEMA mapping stuff. And the citizens of Grant County took a petition off it.
They wanted to do away with the drainage issues like we did a couple of years or so ago.
Okay.
They were pretty brutal in the paper, just, oh, the commissioners are being lazy, they don't want to do this, and that, so, yeah.
Did you read the Grant County deal?
No, I read it in another.
I gotta bring that up.
So give me some clarification. The petition that they took out was for,
That they still want.
that they wanted the commissioners to do
Drainage.
drainage permitting.
Yeah.
They're not spending enough time, it's just gonna be a few more hours up there every week. There's signs all over, I went to go and ask the parts, just signs all over Grant County.
Yeah, they made it sound like they're just too lazy to do the work, and that's not why say nothing.
I'll bring it up.
They've never been sued, they say they're gonna be sued, they've never been sued, so it's just lazy. Yeah, well, that's a radical group up there, was it not? I mean, they've been involved in a lot of stuff. For sure.
But it still falls back to Dennis being, I mean, brings the county back and now what? You know, Christmas county level.
Yeah.
There's no room.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
What do you have for us today, sir?
Just an update on the radio
Okay.
project that we're doing. We found out that probably 26 of those radios that the county has in their county highway are not programmable. They're that antiquated. So what we did is we have secured 30 of them from the state surplus. They're programmable. We'll be needing a little bit of wiring, install, and we think we'll probably have that going next Friday, if not this Friday. But we're still on track, it's just that we need different radios
We're
in
gonna
this vehicle.
run again, right? Run down again?
Yeah,
And you got them from the state, so we understand no charge and
exactly.
very good.
Yep.
That's good.
So just so you know that that's going to be happening, hopefully they're working on them now to get them programmed to that channel we talked about, the one that we got permission from the city to get.
Yeah.
And they'll be updating that.
So those old ones that Pat had, do they have any value, or do they just get
You know, I think if
trashed?
you,
Or
they probably would, like maybe it's like a walkie-talkie type thing.
okay.
But as far as working on the system that we're going to need to put them on, it won't work there.
I just wonder if that's something, I mean, we need to get rid of, like surplus property, we need to get rid of them, or he would hang on to them. or-
Eventually, I'd hang on to them for a bit, just to see if there's some security there.
Okay.
So the only other thing I need is, Dennis, there's a document there for you to sign for the LEMTG. I'll need that, John, I'll need that scanned back to me so I can attach it to the
Okay.
financial reports he sent me, I believe it was Thursday.
Need a motion on that, or?
Yeah, it's authorization for me to sign that. It has to do with your work plan, documentation.
Ultimately, that's your 50% reimbursement.
Okay.
And you're getting half of what this town has paid out.
Motion by Zempel, second by Vergil. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's all I have, unless you have questions.
When is it gonna cool down?
Yes.
Eventually.
Maybe. It's someday that ends in Y, it'll cool down. Not sure.
You expecting January, February or something?
No, we're hoping to get back to normal, I would think, probably by the end of the week. You know, back to normal temperature, normal highs.
Which is still hot and humid.
Which is still not humid, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I said it was mid to high 80s, sounds pretty good compared to the 90s.
Yeah. But then we'll be sitting here in January and wonder what happened.
I won't be bitching, I will be the first guy that will not bitch about the cold weather. I mean, it got to 71% dew point already, it's like, my God, the windows in the bathroom were just
Yeah.
covered with moisture, you couldn't even see out this morning, yeah, it's just nuts.
Yeah. Gentlemen, grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim, for that. Thanks for
Appreciate
listening to
your work.
radio.
Yep.
Finding those free radios. Isn't that the way it goes, you know?
But I mean, got them sell them for free, so what do you?
Yeah.
This one, Twin Valley Tiger. What is that?
That's not.
That's a second.
Oh.
It's Secretary of Government.
I was gonna say, what?
Why just not Twin Valley Tiger? Then?
Oh.
Why
That's
just
where-
hire these people?
That's where he works,
Oh, what's that?
occupation, okay.
They're gonna-
Same for
I thought the whole thing. But we got a good chairman, we're ready. That can show up anytime.
So you get that guy with the card.
The liquor license for the one-day liquor license.
That's right.
Must be a wedding coming up, huh?
Elwick.
Oh. Which one would that be?
Tyler.
Is he worked on?
Williams boys. Works at the barn. Kind of in charge of the ranch out there.
Okay.
Here's the license. It's for a 50th wedding anniversary out of the 4-H building.
Oh, 50th
And
wedding
it's for Richard and Marcia Schultz.
Oh, okay.
And it's for Hickory Street will be managing the bar.
Imagine that.
Motion to approve. Second, Zenfall. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Motion carries.
Those Timmy's like at auctions, he didn't put his hand up, he just kind of
Like a secret, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's got me down pat.
Looks out, drop off.
Thank you very much.
If we got just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I got personnel, so we got a little short.
Executive?
It's a short.
Okay. Motion by Zempel for executive session to discuss personnel. Second by Carlson. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Alright.
Motion carries. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Tell John I'll come back, I'll pick him up and I'll send him back. Actually, if he's coming, if he needs work. All right.
How's the lumber?
I think we got a good bridge. I think the grass is going, but it's starting to come up. Losing down the road.
What do you think? I'm right down there.
I think it's
Here.
anyway.
I
I think it's good, that's what we're doing.
really. I didn't know.
at the library.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, how are you? You want my card down? All right. So these pictures go back a ways.
Mm-hmm.
What's down there? Donuts.
Yeah, Jane's birthday.
Yeah, Jay's birthday. He's still a cop at heart, you know, he's gotta have his donuts, you know?
I was wondering, when I saw those blue things on the poles and stuff out there, and I see your signs up front here, so it's like a special week or something for Back to Blue, or?
Yeah, but Thursday, and I thought there maybe would be. I got that from Tammy Chase.
Okay.
Jay turned 70.
Well preserved, isn't it?
Okay, so there's appreciation day on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, July 29th. And it's at City Hall from 11 till 1 to thank the law officers. You can give them a card, show your appreciation, or just stop by. There will be a banner for you to sign and get a blue ribbon to share, to show your support.
So it's Thursday, 11 to 1?
Thursday from 11 till 1 at City Hall. And that's why I got some ribbons and Doug put them up this morning. And so that's what they're, you can stop down to insurance if you want to get some ribbons.
Oh, you might want to do that. It's crappy stuff.
Is it?
Oh, it just gets, it's, after you work it in, it's worse than, you go down and wash your hands in a little while, I'm sure. We all do. I'm sorry, Don.
So from 11 till 1 on Thursday.
Okay.
It'll be tribal, county, law, highway patrol, HP, and city assistant.
Okay.
This is a new company?
Yes, sir.
Thank
We
you.
were bought out by a new company.
You still working there?
I do, yeah, same people.
My
This
brother's
guy,
having
who does this guy work
surgery
for?
right now.
I work for him too.
He's having surgery.
Yeah, I work for him too.
That it came back.
He'll have one of those things,
When you leave here,
Whatever.
get a hold of open eyes.
He's in Sioux Falls. He's in surgery right now. Going well. Yes.
Surgery for what?
Make a call, just say so.
I got my phone.
Surgery for what?
I couldn't
My
believe it.
brother had cancer 2 years ago. He had radiation and came back. So this morning he's having his voice box removed.
Yeah, my
So,
sister just had to go through that, the heavy duty chemo,
Once. sitting on
And then she had a
the-
double
I think
vasectomy.
Cemetery.
and now they told her, and that she just got
Josh
done.
and I would-
And now they told her
And
that
one other question.
she still has a little bit, she'll have to go
Why
through
is
the lighter weight chemo.
okay.
Hopefully they'll get it all. They say they'll reduce her chance of her recurrence from 20% down to 10%. If she has that lighter
We
weight
stop
chemo.
How old
halfway.
is she, Steve?
54.
Young.
Yeah. I'm just-
I really think it was because she used to beat me up on that. It's just hard.
Well,
I don't know.
I had a couple people call me, what is this? I don't know.
That's good though.
Huh?
Okay, it's not your
I
business.
think, tell me, as low as I think, okay. But, no, I just want to tell you about the trucks.
Morning.
So we were gonna have Steve present the final project, the final stuff of the project on Eastman Road. And so there was a change order, and I was gonna let Steve talk about that and explain everything that was going on, why we had a change order and whatnot. And then after that, you guys can agree on the final payment, hopefully, to swing in for the contract.
So this is the change order. It'll have to be signed by the commissioner, that's, I mean, the chair, which I think.
Yes, yep.
So, yeah, I only brought 2 copies. The big thing,
I got my
You're gonna need to
copy,
read
I
out.
got my copy too.
the big thing that we found that was different was there was a layer of
Did you want
asphalt,
a copy of it, or here?
and then below that, there was another layer of
This is the one
asphalt
whole all that.
You guys wanna listen to this?
separated by gravel. So that's something you don't find and you don't expect. But that, all that asphalt, we have to pay to remove that. They can't just bury that. We have to pay to haul that off-site. So that's the big ticket item for why it's more. Usually these projects come in a little bit less than what the bid price was, but that asphalt kinda,
How much more did it come in at?
it's $7,500, I think, if I recall.
76.
So-
76.53.
So on each end of the bridge,
Yeah,
I don't know how many feet back we went, but you're saying there were 2 layers of asphalt,
yes. So,
sandwiched with gravel in the middle.
right, and that's not something you expect, and we couldn't have known.
No, how deep was it down?
Well, it got down about a foot and a half or more.
So what they do, asphalt it, and then gravel it, and then.
It was way back in the day when they did the bridge the first time. They went and had a asphalt layer and then they covered it and then built it up and did another asphalt layer for whatever reason. Maybe that dropped years ago or something when they built it the first time.
Could
But
be.
there's, whatever it is, we had to get
Yeah.
it all out, so. And this whole thing between other items that Steve will bring up, $7,500.
But, so the asphalt ended up being $3,000, nearly $4,000. And the other thing that did to us is we had to put more base course in, which came out to $6,500. Those 2 items brought the total up, but then we took off a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things that we took off, that we were planning to take off, they just, you know, we told them they didn't have to put in a lab out there, so they took that off, and a bunch of the erosion control stuff. We put that in there just so we have a price for it, because if we go after the fact, they tend to gouge you a little bit, so we put it in up front, so everybody's honest and we don't, usually a change order with an item that you don't have, they're usually decent, but they'll gouge you a little bit. So that's the change order. Are there any questions about that, why we had the change order, how it came up to the amount?
You explained it. Yes, it's in my book, every time. When was the other bridge built?
Ooh, I could look that up for you. I don't know off the top of my head.
I
When-
What was the question?
When was the other bridge built? My guess was probably about, that was a channel bridge.
Yeah.
So probably in the 70s, about that time, which that was a bad idea when we did it. Back in the day, when that happened, that was a bad idea. It was a cheap alternative, but you get what you pay for with that. And that's why we ended up, usually when we build a bridge, this bridge, I anticipate it'll last about 100 years.
Are you doing anything with the state bridge then or not? Or is that nothing out of your company?
No, you
Going by,
don't
No,
know.
one way west of them.
so,
Where did the stuff go to? Did it go to our landfill then, the old asphalt and excess
No.
gravel, or?
They hired their own contractor, Eastman took a bunch of it out. They hired Eastman, he come with his trucks and they would load them and he would take it away. So,
it must,
He
I'm
had his
guessing
own
it has
spot.
to go to the landfill.
like his own spot out where he has a gravel pit and maybe use it for fill.
Didn't go to our landfill then, huh?
Because the asphalt is a hazardous material that has to be taken, hauled off site. So, I don't know, look it over, if there's any questions on any of the quantities, I'll answer them. If not, I'm gonna need a sign
Where do you want me to sign this?
right in there.
So a $1.1 million bridge, you go over 7,500, pretty
It's
small
not too
number.
bad.
Pretty small number, yeah.
I was kinda hoping we'd come under, but
Yeah. Once.
events conspired against us.
Sure.
We expected the bid to be higher at the beginning too though.
We did, yeah,
At least 1.1 was supposed to be the bid or higher.
right.
And we ended up under, and then now we got a little bit more that went into it, so we're still right in the ballpark at $1 million.
And then, John, I'll need a copy of,
Okay.
or you can sign 2 of them, and I'll take 1 of them. But
I have the other copy right there, Steve, so. you can do whatever.
which was the same, was that one signed? Yeah, it was, okay.
So you had signed that, either
How
one.
many you want to sign, but is there a motion to approve the change order number 1? That bridge project, and would help, is there a second? Second, example. I think, unless he's got something in his eye. Not his kind. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
They should all go that smooth along.
You
I mean,
know,
this was a little hiccup, I mean, the overall bridge.
boy, I tell you, the bridge itself, the project went fantastic
They
the
just
whole
went-
time.
went to town.
When we got past the bridge and they brought their grading crew,
Mhm.
there's a reason they're not the bridge builders. They're not quite the A-team, but we got through it.
I mean, the last winter, those guys were out there whole temperature.
Yeah.
I drove out a couple times to talk to them, and I just happened to have my jeans on or something like that, and they're all bundled up, you know, you crap, what are you doing out here with press like that? I said, I'm gonna plan on being here in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
No, they seem to really, yeah.
That drilled shaft, though, that was quite an interesting process to watch.
Was it? I just didn't see that.
Yeah, it was so nice that everything was dry holes too.
Boy, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
Swinging construction got an early Christmas present when those were dry.
Good.
You don't normally drill 65 feet and then find out it's dry all the way down.
They went that deep and didn't find, wow, that is
If
amazing.
you're signing 3 of them, I'll send 1 original to the contractor. You keep 1 original and
And I'll do
maybe
it all.
Pat can have the other
Pat can
original.
have the original.
But I can, I'll just scan this for our files. And we should be done.
All right.
So then because we did that, this is now authorized. I needed that signed, so this amount was true and accurate. So this is the final change order, the final pay app. And right now we owe them
Here, this is the-
164,049.15. And we're done with the retainage, so there's no more retainage. They're done out on the site, so we're not gonna hold any more retainage for them. The amount you just signed increased the total project amount by that same 7653. So our total project amount went from 964,250 up to 971,903.
Plus, what, $100,000 in engineering, was that on top of it, or was that included in 971?
No, this is just a contract.
Right, okay. What the engineering about $100,000?
You don't sign the one on the right though. Which one do you have?
Round figures,
Yeah, I think we had 140
140?
that we could have gone to. I don't think we're gonna get there. We're not done yet. We need to come back up here I think about a month. Unless you have more than a quarter inch of rain, and then we come up and inspect the site for that.
Like washouts and stuff like that?
Yeah, to make sure the erosion control it's still working.
Yeah, okay.
I have.
And I really just need 2 of those signed. But if you have 3, that's not fine too.
So you sign this, and you sign this one
Oh, we already did sign one.
too. You signed this one, and I don't know how many you signed.
Oh. Yeah, this will be the second one that
The 2 of them signed like you just did, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
One
so
is for the amount.
This is the one that you're sending? You're sending?
either one. They're both the same.
Yeah, right, okay.
Okay? So long as you guys, it's most important you guys have a copy.
We do, yeah.
And I can send the contractor a copy, but if you've signed 2 originals, I'll send him the original.
Okay, and then I'll keep this one.
Other than that, we pretty well have a project. There'll still be some stuff from us, just because we have to come up and look at the ground, make sure the grass seed takes and everything else. If there's no questions, then we'll call it a project.
Well, I think everybody's happy, everybody in the neighborhood was glad to have that road open again.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
Everyone in the neighborhood was glad to have that road open again.
Are you driving that road now?
Got chip seal on it.
Yeah, you're not driving that.
Broke a windshield on the last on Highway 5 and it is there, or County Road 5, so staying on that for a little while longer.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate all your work.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
So I just have a couple things on the highway part. I have a approach application that a couple have given $50 for the application. It's section 36, township 122, range 47. And it's on County Road 18 and 141st Street. There's a new dwelling that they're gonna put in, and it's right off Lake Stone Lake off of 109. And that's just application. I sign it after it's done, after a few days, get approval. All it is I looked at it last week with the gentleman. They're gonna be building on top of the hill, just west of Big Stone Lake, west of 109. It's right on County Road 18 gravel that goes down the hill towards the end by 109. And they're actually gonna build up on top of the hill, and so they need an approach, so we'll be liable to put approach in for them. And also, they're the people that have actually sold property to the south, that they're gonna have a development with a bunch of places, you know what I mean? From what I saw. But
You say they asked for, they signed an application form to get this?
Yep,
Okay.
they always go through the application, that's our application that we get. We would waive it if it was up to them to put it in, but we're obligated to put it in.
I just wonder, is there any recourse, because remember, this happened 3, 4, 5 years ago on
Yeah.
County Road 5, that we put it in, then they never
Yeah.
built, you know? Do we have any recourse to go back and say,
Yeah.
if we put this in at our expense, now you decide not to build it, you owe us for that? I mean,
Hey, part of that.
because you put culverts in there?
We put the culverts in, and what I was intending on doing was just to go rip it out again.
Well, but that, I mean,
There was
the cost, I
nothing-
mean, I was just wondering if there's something in the
Yep,
application.
we
that
don't have
added.
anything in the application yet.
Right,
but
something
we
could
were
be added,
talking
you said that
about,
if you don't do it within so many months or years,
Yep.
that you're responsible for those costs. And
We were talking about adding that in, I think,
Yeah.
because.
I mean, you got a couple $1,000s in it pretty easily, right? If you put a culvert in, probably a couple, 3,000,
Yeah.
4,000 maybe, I don't know.
They finally moved a new house in on 26. How is that sat empty for 6 years?
Yeah.
You know, they moved, had a couple of junk trailers there.
Sure, yeah.
Now they got a brand new house.
Because I gotta finish that later.
Yes.
Do you have to do a culvert with this project?
Yep, we're gonna put 60-foot, 24-inch in there, and I told him we're obligated for 40 feet, and he has to pay the rest. So he'll be paying for 20 feet of culvert also. And then,
How much is that gonna cost?
I don't know
How
what the
much is
prices
40
are
feet?
offhand. All them prices are up right now for,
Which is just a guesstimate.
From when we did the bid, actually I got something. So they'll pay for the 20 feet, we always do 40, and then they're obligated to do any extra, and I need
Yeah.
extra because it's up on a hill and it's steep, so it needs to be lengthened. Thank you.
I ain't gonna get my approach and culvert and driveway, I budgeted $2,000 and I'm gonna do that so fast that it could have easily been placed on.
So again, maybe we should just look at putting some language in there that kind of protects us on that. Because we
Yeah.
got $5,000 there and they decide not to do anything. It's like,
Yeah, we discussed that, because there's two places from east of Beaver to the west of Beaver to Hiddensee, there's two spots where we did culverts and we
Okay.
put a house on. So that's particular. And then the one at 26, off of Beaver, on 26, they did have trailers in that one, but they
yeah,
never,
a couple
Nobody
beat up
ever-
that
they
quick,
never
right?
stayed, they never stayed there.
Yeah, I don't think so. I hope not. Pretty rough looking.
For the approach? All right, we need a motion to approve the approach application by Carlson. Is there a second to that? Tom? Thank you. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I don't seem to have my list right here, but. So. Propane contract, I have right here, copy. We can hand this out. Or I was gonna have you guys just look at it quick. This is Don's copy, and you can hand that around. Now, as it is, we made the contract for $1.59.9, and it starts in the 10th month until May of next year. So it'll be October till May, and then we have the 12,000 gallons is what we were doing. And we don't have to pay it from, and just pay it, each entity pays as we go. So that was gonna be the deal. So I signed that the other day, and Don has a copy for you guys. And then I'll just put this in my file, so that should be good to go. If there's anything And this you can hand around.
It's all the same.
Nope, that's a different deal. Just
So what do you mean, these are all the same?
yes, they're all the same, yes. So there's a copy for Don and a copy for you.
Everything's topped off for the summer festival, right?
Yep, they're topping off everything already. So then we just found out last week that usually we have a pavement marking project that the state Aberdeen region bids out, that's what we usually do our striping. They never got no bids, so it's canceled. There's no striping projects. Because the state never got any bids from anybody. What happened, when you read this letter, when that, down in Houston, Texas, when they had the ice storm and it took out everything, the manufacturer that does all the paint down there, that supplies all the paint, can't keep up to nothing, and so now,
They heard it from the lumberyard
There's
too,
no-
no resin.
there's no rain. For striping.
Get paint, yeah.
But since that conversation was with us last week on Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, Thursday, there is a contractor that's doing a little bit out by Aberdeen, and they're contractors from Oak Ridge and Sioux Falls area. I'm gonna try to get in contact and see if they will have a little bit of paint left, then I can do maybe a few miles, but I don't know the cost of it yet. But there is a contact that he might be able to do a little bit, but if you have 10 counties that call him today and tomorrow, there's not gonna be any paint. He's not gonna have that much. So just so that you know, the striping is probably out of it for this year. And they said the money that's allocated from the feds will be double next year or something. The way it sounded, they might, the program we usually do is gonna have more money next year. But what is that gonna tell? So that's what's going on right now. But technically, the law says 400 cars a day. Well, we absolutely don't have that much.
Those center line stickers, do they get?
They don't stay.
They
like
get bladed off the first snowfall, then they get peeled off?
So, and I got some on the asphalt ones that are done that can stay for a while. And ones on the chip seal, we haven't done anything there because they won't stick until we did get it moved out anyway.
Right.
And so it's just a waste of money
Right.
kind of right now too. But we have signs up anyway. No pavement marking and loose gravel, 40 miles an hour. Technically, that's what it's gonna be for right now, so. You know, like we got County Road 4 that has a lot of traffic on it from Browns Valley to Highway 15. Well, that's kind of really faded too. I see it. You know, some of them with the real high traffic counts.
It's got more traffic than what it should have on.
What's that?
It's got more traffic than it should have on.
Well, of course it does, especially with extra concrete trucks and semis going around. Yesterday, I almost pulled over a semi north of Loma. I'm going over a 27-ton bridge, and the semi goes up north to go around the damn projects of the state. So I've been talking to Mike Will this afternoon about the haul road agreement we have with him already with I-29, but I'm gonna bring that up too. When they did that bridge project down there in Loma, they never did no haul road for any roads. And you got concrete going down there and all this, and when they pour that bridge, where's that concrete gonna come from?
Well, when they did that culvert west is one there, they
Yeah.
made down the Peeler Road.
Right, so they're doing all this, and I'm gonna mention that to Mike Will today when I talk to him, that you guys never even thought about doing a haul road when you got all your concrete coming down our road.
I'd get on them.
You know what?
They never give us,
When they do a crappy job, you left here last Tuesday to go to Fargo, went to turn on the interstate, road's closed.
Yeah.
No sign saying
Yeah.
detour, do, go here, go there, so when they went down and came back around, it was closed for 3, 4, 5 days.
they got 12 days to use that, to block
Yeah,
that.
but shouldn't they have a detour sign up someplace? I mean, I knew where I
Yeah.
was going, if someone coming off, you know, the campground or something like that, they didn't know where I was
They
going.
must have it on the website, because, you know, when they close the access.
There was
down
no, like,
there-
it was open in the morning and closed in the afternoon, no sign. I talked to someone who drove all the way back to Peter, to jump down the interstate, and then
And then I thought
I
yesterday
went
that
down
they were-
past, Oleski's there, and then drove all the way down to,
Then come out to 42.
yeah.
I thought yesterday it was open, they came up off there yesterday again, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was open, like, one day less,
It was open.
it's open now, I checked this morning, I think.
Yeah, but Roman, that's very unorganized.
So, yeah, I don't know what phones are gonna be able to do about it, nothing, you know.
No, but it's just, it's amazing that they do such a crappy job. They don't seem to care.
So today we had $78,833.40 worth of bills, so that's all I have today.
I got one thing. The guy called me and said that there's a hot mix plant, to be technically
Yeah.
in Day County,
I've already got that taken care of.
but they're running trucks over into Marshall, or in Roberts
Roberts
County.
County.
Going south, getting back on 12, and then going west again.
Yeah, they have to
And
use
they
it.
ruined the township road, and now that we've got no haul road agreement with them, right? Or
No, but I called Rook, and he called me this morning, they bladed it up this morning. Because I told him last night, I said, you need to get it bladed. I said, I got no problem with driving it, it was only a few rounds, because it was 2 rounds with 12 trucks, and I called him right after Paul called me. Then I got township, guy from the township called me, and I talked to him. You know, Rook said they're gonna fix the gravel road, blade it on the township road, they were gonna start hauling everything today on that. And so they must be gonna do a haul road with the township, because they knew they weren't supposed to be on our road, because I told them. And then they said, yeah, well, I said, you can use it tonight, couple rounds, whatever to finish, and then make sure you blade it. So they called me this morning and said, you had it bladed this morning. So that was good enough. Those guys were getting all excited because they were hauling out there, which, you know, it wasn't too much that they did to the county road. It's just that the townships are getting pounded on by them when they're working in Dade County. So they shouldn't be on our county road anymore. And it was the 1 mile.
well, not when they got product heading west.
Right. If they would have been going anywhere anyway, we would have to do all road agreement with them. And they never contacted me. They don't plan on using our road. So,
You're gonna go down and check to make sure that it is bladed.
yeah, well, Rook called me this morning. If he said he bladed, they bladed it. He's the
What
guy that
about, what
works-
about that bridge that was damaged down in that
Now,
township?
we haven't had no news on that yet, and the sheriff and I haven't got any further with the guy that wrote it, but I haven't had time to go do any maintenance on it either. So,
The more time that goes by, I'm gonna talk to Tyler about that incident report. There isn't enough information in there. to make a
my hands are tied until they do something on their end, so, you know, as far as getting any payment collected from them, so.
The more time that goes by, the more difficult it will be to get a nickel out of it.
Right. So,
All right.
but yeah, when I get that way out, because I talked to Rick about another, like 2 minutes about patching on Lorry Road, and I'm gonna be using that to buy the DIA road, you know, some work. So I've already talked to them about they're gonna have to do some patching up there, they're gonna run our road to do the DIA road up there.
Yeah, that's a lot of new overlay right down there.
So, you know, I told him earlier this year, I told Rick, I said, yeah, as long as you patch the 4 miles, you can come up on those 4 miles from Highway 12. So we got an all road agreement with 34 south for the light going. And I'm working on that with Mike Will today, this afternoon.
The wind tower people, are they finished up? Are they looking at fixing our roads or what?
Yeah, they're gonna cut them up, patch it, and they're gonna just do patch.
Soon, I mean,
Yeah.
so they're pretty much done.
They hired liens out of Aberdeen.
Okay.
And they wrote a letter, and we were, me and Kerwin and I have been going back and forth. And they finally came up with, yeah, we're only gonna do this many feet, this many tons. They're gonna go out and they're gonna patch that up. Some areas they're gonna dig out.
Are you happy with what they're doing, or, I mean?
Not totally happy, but we had to just kind of agree because we wanted a 2-inch overlay for the 2 miles. And we do that.
I
So,
thought that was it on the deal.
no, it wasn't.
It was.
The haul road agreement said they would fix whatever and they would assess it when they were
Well,
done.
wasn't there an independent engineering firm was gonna evaluate?
Yeah.
and make
And they
a
did that,
recommendation,
and
right?
then they told them, yeah, well, they just go with the patch again.
Well, and if I remember right, that the independent contractor was picked by the other company, was it not?
And then we had Clark Engineer.
Oh, okay.
Guys do a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
So then it all ended up just gonna be a patch guy. cut some out, make some out, and they're gonna do some small overlays for the road, and then they're gonna just fix them up. But Kerwin and I wanted to do a 2-inch overlay for 2,000, they didn't go for that.
Get one hand wishing the other,
So,
right?
yeah, so that's what's going on there.
Okay.
Dean Township should be fixing it as soon as they can. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. You haven't been down by Grona yet, and passed them 2 holes, I just sitting there. Road dip.
Those ones right by the interstate there?
All the way from
Going west,
we,
like, next to Barry's hole.
Yeah.
One that's up there. I swear if that-
It went 31.
It's supposed to be like a time and a half, I think, away from the road.
Yeah, boy.
Got all those, but
I know it
it
goes
is
real.
going on 18 going west, yeah.
Well, look at them, what the new ones are putting right along the interstate now, too, that must be part of that.
Oh, they're helping Dade County.
Oh, they look like they're gonna be right on top of the road, too. There's like,
So they're, this week they're gonna be over there.
on old 81 then, or on 12?
Early like
On 12.
Wednesday or anything, or they got to work?
Well, you know, they
100 degree
only get 2 trucks a day, so they're done by 4. So they get their 10 hours. in
Yeah.
by the time they get home.
Wow. I thought there was something like, I think it was 1,000 foot tall, it had to have
We got
1,500
together a
feet.
couple guys.
Before it would hit anything, or-
Yeah, I don't, it, you know, it's supposed to deceptive, but boy,
Yeah.
it's one that's really
Get stuff
cool.
right in the shop again. So yeah, that's what.
Yeah, no one apparently runs around and verifies anything, it's just we trust them to do it, and
Yeah,
that don't seem quite right.
you know, it's a lot of work. If they do a building, they should, you know, locate it, maybe before you give them approval, you should want to check that.
Yeah, you know that didn't get done.
And I like their recommendations before, except, I don't know what the number of one they got done, or if that's something they have to do.
Well, yeah, I was gonna take it over and read it, I just kinda scanned it, but yeah, it sounded like, yeah, they did. Well, that's what I get, because, yeah,
What are you
well,
gonna?
June should be done, it was, Clare City, Effington, Peter, White Rock, and Victor, 612 parcels. In July, the appraisal was Rossell, 323. In August is rescheduled ones that they missed.
Is that a tail, or is that?
But out there.
You know, 1,000 parcels, that's a pretty good deal, I guess.
Oh, now the question is, how long does it take to get all that executed?
A long time, I mean,
There's a motion by Zemple to pay the bills. Second by Miguel. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Bills are paid. What else do we have for today's business?
I don't,
Now, do you need a motion to adjourn when we leave?
Then we'll get lunch.
All right. We got the jail inspection, and I guess you can note in the minutes that we received the director of utilization report.
okay?
If something catches your eye or whatever, I'm gonna write that down then.
Well, whatever. If he's gonna do a report, I could come on and leave. Do you think Tom's gonna do a report? Just a little small?
Well, I imagine he'll have something to hand out. It's either, I'm sure James prepared something, he could certainly email it to you if you want to save yourself a trip. And then you should get Faye's information to her.
Yeah, she's gonna stop us.
Is she going to stop up?
Did you guys adjourn yet?
We're just getting ready to.
Okay.
You use that motion by Carlson, second by Zimpel. All in favor of that, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Good, we're done.
Switch it up, huh?
You know, at the jail now?
Yep. Remember where it's at, don't you?
They got a warrant to what I'm on.
You can switch into your,
You might not get back home. They got a warrant.
they don't, they should.
I thought the union was to come here today.
This, we're here, but he gets.
This live stream is brought to you by Dakota Pawn and Thrift for all your pawn needs, Countryside Inn Assisted Living and Memory Care in Rossalt, where your family is our family. First Savings Bank of Sisseton. Use our online banking to save you time. Stilson Service in Sisseton with Marathon Fuels. Tri-State Water in Sisseton for all your water needs. Water softeners and reverse osmosis right here in Sisseton. And of course, the Sisseton Courier, where we do more than the weekly newspaper. Thanks for watching and have a great day.